8 races, 48 marbles. Which 6 teams will promote to next year's Premier League? Let's find out. Topsy Turvy. You've seen this race before. Let's go. You have to get used to the new marbles and their team kit. We can see that the diamonds, no, divine dragons, leading the way. A few marbles are joining them, like the Azurians or the diamonds. But I also see the Aubergine All-Stars in there. Who can make it to the final sector first? It's the Bronze Bandits, and they're all alone. They can take their time to the finish line. Do they take a good angle? No, they don't. They go straight back up. Who's gonna take the victory of this race? Is it the diamonds? Not the diamonds. Maybe the divine dragons. Yes, it's Changlong from the Divine Dragons. And there goes Deuce from the Grand Slammers. Who's rounding up the podium? It is Diamond. Diamond got it. We got our podium. Tempest from the Mustard Marbles is 4th. A's from the Spades. Slushy. Dusty. And there's Grove. Droopy. Reminder, we have 40 finishing positions, but 48 marbles. The race will stop the moment we will have 40 finishes. This way we can get through the races a bit faster. And from next season onwards, no season will have more than 20 teams. So it does not make sense to build a finishing position for 24 teams. There's Lumi. Eggplant misses again. Lily misses. Boat gets it. And Ship 2. Verdell just barely misses. I know the finish is very difficult to spot, but it's almost dead center. Rinjal gets it, Spades gets it, Orion. Many different teams have already finished. There's Gale and Outlaw. 21 marbles. Yinglong. Fern. There's Azure. This is a great way for us to get to know our new marbles and our new teams. And who knows which teams we're gonna find into the Premier League Season 2. Remember, this video has 2 races. Don't go anywhere. Lapis barely misses. There goes Majesty. Club gets it with a little bit help from King and Olia. There goes Love. There's Lapis. Finally he gets it. There's Eggplant. After multiple misses. We're almost there. Queen and Verdell. You're gonna find out that even 1 point is gonna be very important. in the first division. Bull. Zephyr. There goes Lily. Iris. Jack. 2 more finishing positions left. There's Milia. And the final position, without scoring any points though, is Punch. These are our finishing positions. The 40 marbles. While this may be the first division, we are still celebrating a podium. This is a good way for us to get to know the new teams and the new marbles. Okay, let's celebrate the podium, shall we? In third position, we have Diamond. Second position, Deuce. And first position, Chanlong. Congratulations on being the very first podium of the first division. What does this to our standings? Don't forget, race 2 is still coming. We have 3 pages for this season. And a bunch of marbles without any points. Let's check the team standings. With the top 6 promoting to the Premier League. Currently are the Divine Dragons, the Spades, Grand Slammers, Pocket Kings, Bronze Bandits, and the Force Dwellers. These other teams really need to do some work, which we're gonna find out right now. It's time for race number 2. Glacier Falls. The marbles are spinning. They're ready. They're ready to rumble. Let's get race 2 underway, shall we? Alright, here we go. Great start from the Grand Slammers. The Bullseye's even helping them. But they are right on their heel. A nice bounce from the Bullseyes. Are they gonna leap them? They are gonna leap them. They're in the lead. And they're even taking out the Grand Slammers. And doing the bounce. What a masterful tactic by the Bullseyes. Surely taking this victory. Our detection field is not working, apparently. But Bull gets it. Ah, the mechanics got it. There goes Monarch and Tensha. Eggplant gets 4th. Pen 5th. 6 to King. 7 to Retina. 8 to 8 Ball. Fittingly. Lily is 9th. This race will be a lot faster than the previous one. Halfway of the marbles have already finished. Eight more to go. Which marbles are getting points and which ones are gonna be out of luck? I see Azure and there's Lapis. Staying together, I see. Gale gets second to last. And Punch, once again, is 40th. Too bad Punch, just staying out of the points for the second race in a row. Alright, these are our finishing positions. Take a look at the marbles and really get to know them. It's time for a second podium of the day. Please congratulate with me Tensha, Monarch, and Bull. But let's see what this does to our standings. Which teams are in the lead for promotion? Redana is currently leading over 8-Ball and Changlong. Sinapis and Bull are following. At the bottom, we still see 3 marbles without any points. They really need to step it up if they want to promote themselves. Currently, Pocket Kings, Forest Dwellers, Divine Dragons, the Spades, Eyeballs, and Bullseyes are looking at promotion. Luckily, every single team now has points on the board. Alright, that's it for race 1 and 2. Stay tuned for race number 3 and 4 coming soon. Thank you all, and bye-bye. Redana is in the lead over 8-Ball, and look at our statistics. An amazing job by Bull, Fern, and Eggplant. What does this to our team standings? Pocket King, Forest Dwellers, Divine Dragons, Spades, Eyeballs, and Bullseyes are currently in the promotion zone. Can they keep it in Foundry Falls? Alright, here we go. 48 marbles, 40 finishing positions. Let's go and do this. Great start by the Cannoneers. Oh, a really great start by the Cannoneers. Following up closely by the Constellations. Who are taking the lead? No, it's the Cannoneers? Oh no, it's definitely the Constellations. And they are off. In the distance, followed closely by the Aubergine All-Stars, the Evangelines. Don't count any other marble out. Oh my! Look at that entry by the Bullseyes. I've never seen it taken that cleanly. Oh, getting bounced back and launched over. It almost looked too smooth. They're looking to take this victory too, the Bullseyes. But now we gotta figure it out. If it's Bull or Treble. Is Bull taking its second victory in a row, or is it Treble taking it? It is Bull taking 2 victories in a row. That is a dominant statement. Who takes second place? It's Slushy. There goes Gale, 9-Ball, and Sinapis. Bones, Lily, Cassiopeia, Fern, Club, Ferdel, Brinjal, Monarch, Outlaw, Orion, Aurora, Zephyr, and Treble. Many marbles are finishing over here, taking precious points over the others, while 8-Ball has fallen down again, together with the Diamonds, the Royals, and the Divine Dragons. Punch gets it. A bunch of positions still up for grabs, but the marbles are struggling to get out of the maze. A few do, but a few remain. And I see that one of the Eyeballs has fallen down as well. Definitely outside of point contention, together with the Olives. So, where are the rest of our finishers? Are they still climbing up? They are. There's a few coming down. Can they defeat the Foundry gap this time around? It looks like they do. There goes Dijon, Lapis, Xianglong, And one more finishing position goes to the Royals without scoring any points. These are our finishing positions. And let's congratulate with me our podium finishers. Gale, Slushy, and Bull. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. All right, let's check the standings. Amazing jump by Lily, but Bull takes the lead and Slushy taking second. 9-ball jumping 8 positions. Shanglong 8-ball falling down. In the mid-pack, we see that Droopy and Deuce are falling down horribly, and Punch and Dijon are left with only single-digit points. Bullseye's Pocket Kings, Force Dwellers, the Spades, Eyeballs, and Divine Dragons are currently set up for promotion. But can they keep this? Let's not waste any more time and get to race number 4. Tempest Teleport. Y'all seen this before. Marbles getting split into 4 launchers. If they beat it, they go 1 stage further. Which 2 of them do. No, I said 2, but I mean 6. I mean 8. They're doing a great job. But who can finish stage 2 quickly? We go into the final stage. And on the top step of the podium. A few marble in contention. The first marble to get the chance is 9-ball, and they miss. All of the other marbles are missing too. Two marbles are in the final position now. It looks like it's the Divine Dragons and the Lilac Lilies. But it looks like it's one of the Zephyrs getting a chance, and it is! And it's Zephyr. Zephyr wins the race. Who takes second? It's not the Spades. It's Bones from the Cannoneers. They were really in need of some points. Who is gonna round up the podium? Is it the Royals? It's not the Royals. They get another chance at it. They don't, but the Diamonds gets it. And Spade follows up just outside of the podium. Yinglong is 5th. Cassiopeia is 6th. Let's get in a closer look at our final stage. Other marbles should be getting in here soon. And this is where the money's at. One column is filled. Good finish by Azure. They're in dire need of points. And there's Lapis. For some reason, the Azurians are always very close to one another. There's 9-ball following Treble and Boats. That's a good couple of finishes by Club, Droop, and Lily. Cordell, Dusty. Olia. Their Ship. And Skull. But that's quite a decent finish by the Cannoneers. Outlaw. There goes Majesty for over 50%. Orion. And there goes 8-ball. Slushy. Hensha. Ease. Rove. Marbles are finishing really well now. There goes Iris. Only a couple more remaining. Eggplant finished. I think a bunch of marbles are still stuck in the other sections. There's Aurora. Queen finishes. Grand Slammers looking like they're not getting any points this race. Reducing their chances greatly of promoting. Missed by the Aubergine All-Stars over there. Missed by a bunch of marbles actually. Still a few points up for grabs. Marbles need to focus, get locked in, get these points. And King does it. These points can make a difference at the end of it. Rinjal. Sinapis. And there goes Bull and Dijon. Disappointing finish by the Mustard Marbles. There's more on the cards today. 1 point for Deuce. And finally, Lumi. These are finishing positions. Great job by all the marbles. Let's celebrate the podium together. Diamonds, second, third position. Bones and Zephyr rounding up the podium of race number 4. Okay, let's check out the standings. A lot should have shaken up. Nightball is taking the lead over Bull, who won twice but also had 2 terrible finishes. Great jump by Spade, Diamond, and Bones. In the mid-pack, we find that Zephyr had an amazing jump, Cassiopeia, but Changlong and Gale are falling down. Oof, not so good, guys. And at the bottom, we find Dijon and Punch both on single digits still. They're having a terrible season. In the top 6, we find the Pocket Kings, Bullseyes, the Spades, and now the Royals and the Olives have joined the top 6, with the Forest Dwellers falling out together with the Eyeballs. Painful performance by the Eyeballs, who drops 11 positions. At the very bottom, we see the Hearts and the Azurians and the Clubs. Do any of these teams still have a chance? Well, you have to stick around to find out. See you all for race 5 and 6. Alright, it's time for race 5 and 6. Let's look at our current standings with 9ball, Slushy, and Bull on top. Diamond, Yinglong, and Bones really jumped up the standings here. In the mid-pack, we see that Cassiopeia and Zephyr really took a big jump. And at the bottom, we still see Punch, Dijon with single-digit points. Current teams set for promotion are the Pocket Kings, Bullseyes, the Spades, the Royals, the Olives, and the Vine Dragons. Can anyone else shake this up? Welcome to Arcway. Our marbles are ready. The crowd is ready. And let's get to it. Great start by the Slushies. But look at that. The Eyeballs took a really strong start. Can anyone catch up with them? Well, there we go. And it is the Spades. And the Clubs running with it. I don't know where the Cannoneers came from. They're suddenly over there. All-Star Aubergines. No, still the Cannoneers. The Ocean Operators. There are the Olives. The Matcha Maniacs. Ocean Operators. Still the Cannoneers. It could go either way. It looks like it's the clubs. No, Cannoneers is not giving this up. They really want to take this victory. Ocean Operators have none of it. Which one is the first back down? The clubs. The clubs is gonna take it. Gets a little help from the mustard marbles. But no, it looks like it's going to be the olives. Oh my lord, the mustard marbles out of nowhere. Sinapis gets it. Club second, Lapis third. So many other marbles. It's kind of like a photo finish for a lot of them. It's good that we have detection points in place for this. So each marble gets assigned their correct position. Dijon getting some points finally. Only a few more marbles remaining. There's Iris. A Aubergine All-Star. Here's the finishing positions of all the marbles. How did your favorite marble do? Let's celebrate our podium with third place finisher Lapis, second place finisher Club, and first place finisher Sinapis. This should really help their battles to get to the Premier League. Let's take a quick look what this does to our standings. In first place, we see that Sinapis took over from 9ball, who falls out of the podium contention. Pool goes up 1 position, Yinglong goes up 5. In the mid-pack, we see that Lapis took a really good jump, and Fern and Spade and Lily are falling back down. At the bottom, we see Dijon still at the bottom, because Punch did a good job. Full-size Divine Dragons, the Olives, Pocket Kings, Cannoneers, and the Royals are currently in the top 6, with the Spades falling out of the top 6 in place of the Cannoneers. Let's wait no longer, and let's go for Beat Ball Boogie. Race number 6. If marbles hit the switching blocks, they go back up. If they hit the blue spinners, they go back down. So make sure you don't get hit by the blocks, and if you do, hit a spinner as fast as possible. Forest Dwellers and the Evangelines in the second sector already. So many marbles. So many marbles. The Royals look like it's taking the lead. But no, it hit a block and now it's going back up. The Spades and the Cannoneers. I saw the hearts, the mustard marbles. Oh, this is a neck and neck for like 10 marbles. This could swing either way. It is very, very close. The Cannoneers and the Forest Dwellers look like they don't know. Before I even finish that sentence, they go back down. But still the Forest Dwellers and the Hearts. Maybe the Royals have a chance on the podium. Here they are. Here they are. Forest Dwellers, the Spades. Who's taking it? 9ball? Yes, it looks like it's 9ball from the Pocket Kings. It is. It is 9ball. 9ball takes it. Takes the win. Who's taking the podium? It's Ship of the Ocean Operators and Brinjal of the Aubergine All-Stars. Cassiopeia has a great finish. The Constellations really need to get a few points if they want to stay in contention. Great finish by the clubs, taking 6th and 7th. And here are our top 40. How well did your marble do? Let's celebrate our podium. Within 3rd position with Brinjal of the Aubergine All-Stars, Ship of the Ocean Operators, and 1st position it's 9ball of the Pocket Kings. We need to look at what this does with our standings after race number 6. Because surely things have been all shaken up again. In first place, 9ball took it again. Tempest fell down 1 position and Yinglong is still in 3rd. Great jump by Ship and Spade. But look lower as Cassiopeia and Grove took a big leap. In the mid-pack we see that Zephyr took a big jump. Brinjal has a great jump. Eggplant, Verdell, Aurora are falling back down. And at the bottom we still see Dijon Punch and Queen. Deuce and Gil, which had a podium finish, didn't do much otherwise than that, so they're at the 3rd page. But the moment we've been waiting for, what does this do to our team standings? Well, it shows that the Pocket Kings is on top, with the Bullseyes, Divine Dragons, and now the Ocean Operators being in the top 6, together with the Spades who climbed back up again. The Royals are still in the top 6, but the Constellations are close by. Great jump by the clubs. And at the end, we see the Lilac Lilies, Sour Smoothies, Grand Slammers, and the Hearts. Alright, that's it for race number 5 and 6. 2 more races to go, and we will find out which teams will be promoted to the Premier League. See you there. Alright, it's time for the final 2 races of the first division. After this video, we're gonna find out which 6 teams gonna get promoted to the Premier League. Currently, 9ball is in the lead in the individual standings. Brinjal and Zephyr took a nice leap, while Eggplant, Aurora, and Verdell fell down. And at the bottom, we still see Dijon, Punch, Queen, and now Heart. Pocket Kings, Bullseyes, Divine Dragons, Ocean Operators, the Spades, and the Royals are currently in promotion zone. Are they gonna keep it? We're gonna find out after Chaos Chute. Here are they flying, with the Eyeballs having a great entry over there, and another Eyeballs following behind. They need a good entrance into the Chute, but they go very, very high up. And they miss again. Can anyone capitalize of this? The Constellations look like it. Nope. Denied by the Bullseyes. And there goes the Olives. All alone, with one of the Eyeballs following close by. Can they take it? Good entry by the Olives. And they barely miss. Oh, they really could have used those points. Maybe it's the Bullseyes. And it's again the Bullseyes. The Bullseyes are uncontested in the first division, winning already 3 of these 7 races so far. Grove being 2nd and Club rounding up the podium. The clubs are really working on the comeback here. They've been fairly consistent the final few races. Our top 10 is Lumi, Boat, Olia, Iris, Aurora, Cassiopeia, and King. With a bunch of marbles finishing now. We're halfway there. Still a lot of points to grab. We have Redana and Punch. Finally a better finish from Punch, but it looks like that train has already passed. There's Verdell. A better finish by the Grand Slammers with Love in 11th and Deuce in 28th, but definitely not enough to get into the promotion contention. There's 9ball, having a less of a finish this time around. Ten more marbles. There's Gale, Lily, Droop, Orion, Majesty. We're almost at the end. There's Diamond. Also having a little bit of a lesser finish this time around. This could open up the individual championship for sure. There's Outlaw. Three more remaining. There's Bull. Bull either finishes very low or finishes races in first. And here's our finishing position. Time to celebrate the podium, shall we? In third, we have Club. In second, we have Grove. And first, we have Treble. What does this do to standings? It shows that Club is now in first place, being very consistent, and 2 podiums. 9 balls moved down to second, and Sidippus moved down to third. Great jump by Treble and Grove. Let's check the mid pack, shall we? Amazing jump by Eggplant again, and big drop from Zephyr. At the bottom, we still see Punch and Dijon, but even the difference between Punch and Dijon is huge. Our current top 6 teams are Bullseyes, Ocean Operators, Pocket Kings fall back down but still in contention. Forest Dwellers jump up 6 into the top 6. And the Divine Dragons are barely just in it. The Royals fell out and the Spades fell out. Alright, final race. As above, so below. Everything is to play for. Anything can still happen with scores this close to one another. Great entry by the Olives and the Lilac Lilies, followed up by the Diamonds. Who can get into the upside down first? It is the Aubergine All-Stars. We haven't seen much from them all season. Who can get through this next section first? It's the Aubergine All-Stars with the Olives and the Pocket Kings 9-ball. 9-ball goes in the final section first. Can they win it? Or will it be the Aubergine All-Stars? It's a neck-and-neck race, and it's the Diamonds out of nowhere. Diamond takes it. It's his 3rd podium after 2 third places. 9-ball takes 2nd. Brinjal takes 3rd. Great finish by the Aubergine All-Stars. Hill takes 4th. Many points still up for grabs. Crucial for promotion. It's Lumi, who really needed the points. Can the Lilac Lilies clinch it? Who's taking this? It looks like it's the Constellations. It's Orion, and Iris, and Queen. Monarch goes in. Yinglong. Olia. There's Sidippus from the Mustard Marbles. Zephyr, Bones. There's Jack and Cassiopeia. Droopy and Club. Great finish by the Constellations over here. Decent finish by the Clubs. Can they keep their top 6 position? It looks like it's over for the Forest Dwellers. Shanglong. And also over for the Evangelines. The other teams still have a chance. There goes Treble and Bull. Spade, Dijon and 8-ball. 8-ball who started off the season well, but fell down a cliff after. They're lucky that 9-ball is doing very well. And here are our final 2. It's Lily and Majesty. These are our finishing positions. Good job by the Zephyrs, the Constellations. But first, let's congratulate our podium, Brinjal, 9ball and Diamond. And it's time, as always, to look at our standings. First, the individual marbles. Who is taking the First Division Championship? It's 9ball, taking it over Sinapus. Club falls back down. Good job, 9ball. Congratulations. I see Orion now in the top 16 and Cassiopeia as 10th. This bodes well for the constellations. Second page, we see big jumps from Lumi, Iris, and Gale. Will it be enough? And at the very bottom, can it be anyone else? It is still Dijon, Punch, and Heart at the very bottom. Alright, let's start with the final 4 teams, being the Heart, Grand Slammers, Sour, Smoothies, and Bronze Bandits. No change here in the standings. But in the top, we see that the Pocket Kings won this championship. And together with them, Bullseyes, Constellation, the Clubs, the Olives, congratulations, the Olives, and Divine Dragons go to the Premier League. The Ocean Operators and the Forest Dwellers unfortunately falling out of contention in place of the Olives and the Constellations. Alright, we know who we will see in the Premier League next season. Thank you for watching. See you soon.